Hello, welcome to day 15, which is the beginning of the third week of this course. So I'm assuming if you're still watching these videos, then you feel like you're learning something and you're hopefully quite proud of the progress you've been making. And you should feel proud because you've done an awful lot. We've really been going pretty fast, and there's been a lot of information most days. There's been new techniques. It's not easy learning an instrument. So first of all, well done you for making it this far. And second of all, what we're going to do for the next couple of days is we're going to slow down. All right, we're just going to slow everything right down, and we're just going to, instead of constantly learning new stuff and trying to add on new techniques and all that stuff, we're going to now just come back a little bit and focus on what we already know and see if we can improve it. Because that's what you really need to do, is you need to take nice simple ideas and make them sound great. That's what great music is. So having said that, we're going to start with a little activity which I have termed guitar yoga, all right? Because I'm a bit of a hippie at heart. So we're going to do just some stretching, all right, for the guitar. And we're just going to make it up as we go along, all right? There's going to be no notation. You're just going to follow along what I'm doing, and we're just going to get our fingers warmed up. So first of all, just give the fingers on your left hand or your fretting hand a little bit of a shake and a bit of a stretch. And start to just try and focus on what you're going to do today. Shake the other hand, wiggle the fingers, stop worrying about all the other things you've got to worry about in life. This is your 10 minutes to yourself, so you're going to enjoy it. And we're going to start off by just gently plucking our E string, top E, really slowly, and just letting it ring. Okay? And then we're going to add our first finger onto the first fret. And before we do it though, before you even do it, think about what you're going to do. You're going to put your thumb at the back, you're going to use the tip of your finger, and you're just going to hold it with enough pressure to get a nice clean note. But you're not going to squeeze it so hard that you're going to hurt yourself, but you are going to give enough pressure that you don't get a horrible dead note. So here you go, now put your finger on, and then just think about what's that done to the sound of the string. We've gone up a tiny bit in pitch. Remember, I was thinking about all these concepts. We're going up and down in pitch. Let's put our second finger on. So it's not actually that relaxing to listen to, is it? It's just sort of creeping up one fret at a time like this. It's not a very peaceful melody, but it's just about our fingers at the moment. Okay, now our third finger. Now remember, once you put your finger down, the other fingers can come off. So just then, I'm not going to do a fourth finger because I just think that's too much for the stage we're at right now. So let's now creep back down again, just back to second fret. Keeping a nice steady beat with our right hand. And you'll notice what I'm doing in my right hand is I'm resting these fingers on the body of the guitar just to kind of anchor myself. And I find that really helpful. Other people find it really uncomfortable. So you do what is comfortable for you. Okay, and then finally let's take our finger back off to the open string. Okay, now let these fingers have a little wiggle, stretch them off. And now let's focus on our right hand. Let's just strum all of our strings and just see what kind of weird harmony that makes. Just let it ring out. I mean, if you think about it, that's actually a chord. I don't know what you would call it, but you're playing multiple strings, so you're making a chord. It just sounds weird. Okay, let's go a bit faster. Let's just practice strumming our right hand now. Nice and loose in the wrist, remember? It's just small rotations in the wrist. It's not using big arm movements. And this time, instead of doing all the strings, let's start working through. So now, just from the A string down. Move on to the D string. And then the G. So just smaller movements, and now just from the B. Those two sound quite cool together. And then just back to the E on its own. Okay, a little bit more of this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do all our first frets. We're going to go open and then first, and then open again. And then let's switch strings. Let's go to the B. Now the G. Just practicing clamping on and off with our first finger on all the different strings. Last one, stretch all the way up to the E, the lower E. Now we're going to do the same thing in reverse, but this time it's all the second fret, so working on our second finger now. So start from the low E, and then the second fret, then off again, down to the A string. Trying to get a clear note every time, letting the strings ring as much as possible. Good, right, and then we're going to do the third fret, going back across the strings. Okay, last little thing for our guitar yoga session. I want you to try and play your E major chord. So I think you're going to get your first finger in and get these two fingers ready. Just have a good thing. Now think about good posture. Try and sit up straight. Get your thumb in the back of the neck. Get everything ready and see if you can strum it and get it sounding right on the first attempt. Here you go. Thank goodness I got it right. Okay, you ever got that? Okay, and just a little bit more. Let's just do some few down strokes. Nice comfy down strokes. And then let's go down and up. And then just to finish off, let's go a bit faster. There you go, well done. So hopefully you're feeling nice and calm. Hopefully that wasn't too irritating for you, and you're ready to do a bit of playing. So we did a game a couple of weeks ago called Intervals, and so have a think if you can remember that. What we're going to do is we're going to do that same thing, but we're going down now. We're going to start at the top and work our way down. So all this is we're going through all our notes, and we keep on jumping back to the G, to the open G. Go through all our notes, so all our notes would have G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's what I mean by all our notes. I don't mean all the notes on the guitar, obviously. We're going to start from this high G, play it once, then play the G, the G string, and then you go to your F, and back to the G, then E, and then D. So we're just working through all of them. And we keep on coming back, and we try and let the G ring out. Which obviously you can't really do when you're holding the A, because that's on the G, on the actual string of G. Okay, so I'm going to go over that again. I'm going to slow it down a little bit this time, so hopefully you're getting this idea. So we're just going through one at a time, always coming back to the open G string after. Several things to concentrate on here. One is, are you doing rest strokes with your picking hand? So make sure this is nice and controlled movements, because now you're moving between different strings a lot, so it's quite hard, and we can start fluffing them a little bit. Just try and keep it controlled while you bounce in between strings. So really, we're going to do it one more time, and I want you to focus on the right hand or the picking hand as much as you can. a time. So focus on the right hand, and now shift the focus back to the left hand. And are we getting our fingers in a good position? Is this stretch starting to feel natural, or is it still a bit uncomfortable? Are you using the correct fingers? Are you using your fingertips? Are you making sure each note is clear and is able to ring as much as possible? Here we go. Remember, anticipation is the key. So thinking about what is the next note before you play it. Alright, I'm going to do it one more time. And we're going to go a tiny bit faster. 1, 2, 3, and... Alright, good. Right, now, even though I said we weren't going to learn too much new stuff, we are going to learn a new song. But here's the good news. This song, one, you've almost definitely heard it because it's a classic. Two, it only uses 5 notes, and you already know all the notes. So I'm going to play it for you first, then I'm going to show you a version of music to look at, and then you can have a go yourself. Are you ready? One little thing to watch out for this song. Normally I count to 4 and then we start. This song leads in before the 1, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 and then start. You'll get it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so hopefully you've heard that. It's called When the Saints. It's a sort of traditional jazz tune, and it uses the notes G, A, B, C, and D. So it doesn't even use the full sort of range of notes that you've learned. It only uses 5. So what I've done is I've written out in colours. Looks like this. So I want you to, before you start playing it, before you start, I want you to read it through, looking at what notes are for what word, and just have a real good think before you play, because it'll mean you get there quicker. So just take a minute to pause and think through it now. Okay, now let's play it together. And remember, we start after the 3rd beat on this one. 1, 2, 3. Listen, there's big long gaps. So get ready for your next line. How'd you get on? What I want to do now is what we've done with a couple of other tunes is I want to, before we play anything else again, look at the music, okay? Have a good look and look for patterns. Look for bits of the music which repeat, essentially, okay? Is there any lines in this song which are exactly the same as other lines? Is there any, sometimes, I think it's on line 3, it's like you've got half of line 1 and 2 and then it has a variation for the end. Okay, so what we're doing is we're looking for ways of making it easier to remember what we have to do. Because ultimately it's good reading music, but it's even better if you can just learn it and memorize it. Okay, so have a little think. If you want to pause and just really have a good look through, that's fine. If you're ready to have another play, that's what we're doing now. 1, 2, 3. there you go. As always, you don't have to master that today. Just do your best. If you want to do it another time, feel free. If not, we're just going to finish off by practicing a couple of our chords. In fact, we're not even going to do that. We're going to practice half a chord. All right. And so what I mean by that is when you get your E major ready. And if you think about it, you've got 6 strings. We're just going to look at the last 3 strings. So from the G, the B, and the E. So you can now just take these 2 fingers off and just leave your first finger there. Okay, and you're just going to really focus on making sure that your first finger on the G does not accidentally block the next string down, the B. It's got to be right, and so that's what I want you to get right on your fingertip and just practice going up and down this last half of the chord. Sounds nice on its own. Okay, so just the aim is here, just make sure your fingers are not getting flat and they're not starting to block the others, because that's very common when you're learning new chords, to block strings you don't want to block. So get right up on your fingertip and just do a couple more of these. Good. All right. Let's look at A minor. So there's the full chord, but again, we're just going to look at the last 3 strings. So if you want, you can take that finger off and try and do it. So you got your second finger, second fret on the G. Sorry, that'd be your third finger actually. Third finger, and your first finger, first fret on the B. And again, we're making sure that this finger isn't blocking the B string, and that this finger isn't blocking the E string. They've got to be up on the fingertips. So to get that, you need to get up on your thumb at the back, wrist low, up on your fingertips. And you just doing that. Okay. So just a little mini half chord. Still sounds good. Let's go back to the E. So just the half of the E. So just our first finger. Back to the half of A minor. And then back to the E. And we'll leave it there for today. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.